One thing has been nice this winter time too, at least now I've accumulated enough friends both in the biker community and just people in general that just like to make vlogs on the different video sharing sites. I mean, now basically I kind of split it between 4 sites. I think even among us bikers too, a lot of people have gone back to YouTube. A few have moved on to more. Some come over to On The Air TV. And there's the diehards too, like Amazing GSXR that is sticking with live video through thick and thin. I mean, they're very lucky to have people that dedicated that will stick with them through all the troubles and everything. I mean, I get so discouraged sometimes because the site being down so often. It's almost like you put all that work into it and then you get ready to upload something you produced and all of a sudden the site's down for 3 days. It's kind of discouraging. But it's dealable now because you can go over to one of the other sites where everybody hangs out. And tabbed browsing helps too. I can keep all 4 sites up on my browser and just flip back and forth and watch people's videos. But yeah, it does help that new people come along and keep the emotion up and keep everybody else interested in wanting to do it. Here's Judson College. I'm coming right by it here. You know what? I think I'll cut in and show you. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys Judson College. But this is where they had the cutbacks. My wife actually worked here when Billy Graham's son Franklin Graham came here. And by the way, got kicked out too for behavior. They had to call up his dad, have him come and Billy Graham had to come and pick up his son Franklin Graham because he wasn't behaving himself, and he had to go adios. This is the stream. Sometimes this has actually been flooding. Up there maybe you can see there's the chapel. I think every morning they have chapel services. These are apartments. I don't know if they still, well, this is apartments and health center. This used to be where some of the members of the staff of Judson used to stay. They charge a pretty decent price for rent, a little bit less than other apartments, and then they just take it out of your paycheck, so you didn't have to worry about missing your rent payment. They made sure and got their payment out of your paycheck. Here's the athletic field for the softball team. Down at the end there's the rec center where people go for basketball and the exercise equipment. They also got a little, well, I don't know if it really, you can see it from here, but there is a little, it's covered with snow now, nobody's probably using it, but there's a little running track that circles around the, I guess this is more or less known as the soccer field. And then going out that way is the back entrance that goes out into the residences, and I think it's Senior Citizen Trailer Park. And up at the top of the hill there, I think it's still the administration building where the president and all of them are. Roman Services Center. Yeah, I think that's, no, that's not. That's where the president and those are on up and to the left. And then this building straight ahead is the Commons with the lunchroom behind it. This is the old library, but I don't think it's used as a library anymore. I think they moved the library facility. That's the administration building there. And then right next to it is Fine Arts, where they got the where they have the plays and stuff like that. And then I'll show you they've got the green building too, the new, they got some government subsidies for it. Although I kind of have a problem with religious colleges taking government subsidies because there's always strings attached, but they got some government grants for this new E building. This is just the back of the chapel. Supposedly it's one of the most cutting edge, up-to-date green type of buildings around. This is the science building. Actually, one of the science teachers, believe it or not, has experiments aboard the space shuttle. Those are some student dorms. But you can see that strange shaped building there. That's that E building I was talking to you about. I have no clue as to what those projections up at the top are. I'll stop and see if I can pull aside here so let any traffic that's coming through. But yeah, that's the new green E building. It's called the Academic Center, but I don't even exactly know. I'd have to ask my wife. She still comes here every so often to visit some friends. I'll have to ask her what this, what all is in the E building. Let's see what it says here. Oh, the library's in here. So they do at least have that marked. So part of it's the library, but I bet it's not just all the library. It's probably other things too. There's all the international flags because they have students from all over the world come here. There's the guard shack where I think only the first 2 days they built that did they ever actually have a guard in it. And over to the other side is the old, I think it was the Ramada Inn, and now that's owned by Judson. And I think that's some offices down below, and I think above, the floors above are student dormitories. But that's just